Welcome to Paper Battlefield, the best strategy on paper. How could one even doubt such a claim? It has it all: guns, explosions, and bigger guns. Despite the simplistic style of the game, it will test the player's strategic intelligence to the fullest. Not wanting to back down from a challenge, I wanted to rise to the occasion. The only way to prove such a feat was to acquire all the challenge medals the game had to offer. There are moments in life where being validated in your abilities just has to be shown to the world. And doing that in what appears to be a kid's game seemed like the right way to go. Now before I head any further, it is time for reconnaissance. Meaning, how do I play this game? Luckily, it was pretty simple. Everything revolves around ink. More specifically, this beauty right here. Create buildings to harvest ink. Use ink to create units in other buildings. Some units and buildings require electricity, which comes from a building that costs ink. If for whatever reason electricity costs exceed what you produce, a blackout occurs. This is not good. Keeping in mind that this game does not pause, even when a menu pops up, and units need explicit orders to do things. Otherwise, they'll be oblivious to the outside world. With my training complete, my first real test awaited. The first mission was tower defense. I'm not one to brag, but I had all the experience in this department. I'm not going to lie, saying that I got it on the first try. I do have some honor. Although it took multiple attempts, because the AI always seems to have an ace up its sleeve. You're all coasting through easily, and then a Moab shows up. But once you see the Moab, all you gotta do next time is prepare for it. In Paper Battlefield, this game's Moab was like 1,000 tanks in a row. Naturally, you build 1,000 anti-tank turrets, and you win. The second mission was quite suspicious. The sacred truth or cursed lies. When I started, I did not have time to think it over, because the training wheels were off. The game was in full, real-time strategy, RTS mode. This was all unfamiliar territory. After spending 10 minutes relearning what I did in the tutorial, I had a feeling that something wasn't right. I'm not one to test fate, so I looked the other way. All-out war broke out. I still had much to learn. After mental mapping the enemy locations, the answer was clear. Mission 3. At first it appears daunting being in the middle, afraid of the unknown, but it was trivialized once the realization of only 4 weak points you need to be aware of. Everything was coming together. Mission 4. To this day, this mission haunts me. Platoon leader, we're prepared to take them out. You have to go ahead. We are on our way to the objective. Mines! We're all that's left now. We have to keep pushing forward. We have to finish the mission. No! Don't do it! Those brave soldiers never made it past that line, but their efforts gave me a skill point to acquire reinforcements. Reinforcements deployed right on top of the target objective. I was really proud of myself in discovering this loophole in order to avoid the scary unknown. I only hope this won't get patched out in the future, because this strategy is something I'm claiming as my own, and the strategy has a name. It's called cheating. Upon entering the 5th mission, it was obviously apparent that the rules of the game have changed. My only tool, a slow-moving magnifying glass. This was no challenge. It was a public execution. Mission 6 has a simple premise. Destroy that thing. It is genuinely terrifying to attempt to understand everything in a new level while this giant behemoth encroaches upon you. It's bad enough I gotta press every button in existence all at once, but this gigantic, cool tank is destroying all my stuff effortlessly. It's so unfair. Where's my awesome tank? It doesn't exist. This was a major psychological defeat. Luckily, the paper battlefield had given me access to much more powerful tools to counteract this evil. Not only did I have to manage a bunch of buildings and units from those buildings, I had to spam abilities at all times. It was a juggling act. I had no idea if it was all working or not. I was just praying that every run would be my last, because if this didn't work, I had no idea what will. Mission 789 are really the same mission. Can you beat the AI in a 1v1 battle? Easy, medium, hard. I, for one, couldn't be happier for this conclusion. No more gimmicks, no more freebies, no nonsense. A true test of wits in the game's fundamental game mode. My first opponent. Keeping my head held high as my next challenger approached.
Ambush!
Barely managing to protect my HQ, I became paranoid. Until the clock came ticking. The time for defense is over. It was now or never. Only one challenge remained, one victory away from proving myself. All my past lessons, losses, and wins have brought me to this moment. Despite all that's occurred, paranoia was at an all-time high. The very start of the game is when you are the weakest. I was not going to make that same mistake again. My defenses remained strong. My army grew at a rapid rate. They stood guard, ever vigilant of any evildoers. The army grew, adapted, and was ready to go. Everything hinged on this one assault, and I was going in blind. However, I had an even bigger problem. My army was so big that moving it caused the game to lag. Frame rates dropped so bad, my usable army was a mere fraction of what it should have been. This battle of overwhelming might became a battle of attrition. I conquered. Although there were sacrifices along the way, it was fun playing this game. My first RTS couldn't have been more enjoyable. I'll always remember my experiences on this paper battlefield.